Um,
Okay.
but they think it's pretty cool that you just get away with that.
All right. But I suppose this also ties back in with the idea that you had those two captains who didn't feel like paying the maid.
Oh, they were going to ditch her, and they weren't going to pay her.
So did you get the money from them?
I did, and I also got the money for the soap
Mm-hmm.
and for the shoe polish, and brought it back to her, and she thought that was cool. I don't know how long it took, but it wasn't too long. I became number one,
Mm-hmm.
and my even on the door, the number got changed. I was number one now, you know, and she was, her and I became close. She came in one day and she says to me, she says, "You know Bomulum," and that's their word for butterfly. They don't have a word for playboy,
Mm-hmm.
but a butterfly goes from flower to flower, sucking nectar,
Mm-hmm.
and it means the same thing to them. And I go, "No." And she says, "You know, like boys." I says, "Get out of here." She says, "You know Mary." I says, "No." She says, "You need wife." I said, "Oh." I couldn't agree more. She says, "Boys don't know how to pick good wife." He says, "You look with eyeballs." You know, he says, "Good wife got to know how to cook, got to know how to take care of laundry, got to know how to take care of you. Good wife got to come from good family and be trained proper." Mm-hmm. She says, "Vietnam, family pick wife." Says, "I get you good wife." Now what do you say? You know, I got to get thinking quick. I said, "If you get me good wife, my family lose face." Oh, yeah, okay. You know, so she backed off. But then it was strange. A couple months later, she knows I'm not this butterfly. She knows I'm not a problem. She grabs my arm one night and she says, "You come home with me." And she's facing away from me now, and she's pulling me. And she says, "I make you happy. I take care of you tonight." I got no idea what she's talking about, but it's totally out of character. Mai's married. She's got a couple kids. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on. And she's just pulling me out the door. 4-foot bulldozer. Mm-hmm. And I yank her back. She turns around and she's just full of tears. I mean, she's just, and I looked at her and she says to me, she said, "You promise me you sleep in bunker tonight, you stay safe?" It got overcast that night and we took over 40 rockets that night. Mm-hmm. How she knew, I have no clue. I just don't know. She came in one morning and she says, "You fly the Mengyang Pass?" I said, "Yeah." "Oh, fly high. Buku VC, big gun, very bad." So I'm thinking, I'm sitting in the old man's briefing every morning. Haven't heard anything about it. So right after breakfast, I go over to the intelligence bunker. I mean, I could try to talk to the guy at the mess hall, mm-hmm. but if he's doing his job, he ain't going to say anything. He ain't going to talk to me. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we got these Vietnamese girls going in and out of our, you know, he ain't going to say nothing. So I went over to the bunker, and I went down to the intelligence bunker. They don't know a thing. 2 days later, he cornered me at breakfast, and he says, "Before you go up for the briefing, stop by. I want to show you something." Quad 50, 2 Quad 50s in the past in a reinforced company. Mm-hmm. Took them 48 hours to figure it out. She's telling me. Mm-hmm. I don't know. At one time, they thought maybe she was a spy. At one time, well, second week I was there, they had a bit of a disruption in the barbed wire one night, and they shot a sapper coming in. Sapper was normally birthday suit or some sort of loincloth, and dragon satchel charges, explosive charges, already set up, and they know where they're going to put them, set the timers and blow them. They attacked one of our outer fire bases one night, and they destroyed over 85% of the guns in the buildings, the structures, the bunkers and stuff. Didn't last very long. And none of the guys, they didn't figure any of them got off the base. We had enough dead bodies, they didn't figure they left. But the guy they got in the barbed wire, when we got him out of there dead, he was our barber at 3rd of the 6th. Another Vietnamese that was on base. So you didn't really know. And they thought, well, maybe Mai was playing both sides towards the middle or something. And I carried what they call an SOI, Signal Operating Instruction. It was on a cord, went around my neck, and like my dog tags, it went with me everywhere I went. And they gave me a phony one. They wanted me to leave it lay around. And I left it on the bed with my dog tags on purpose and went out to go around, because I had to go out of my building, around, outside, and to the back and closer to the barbed wire was where our latrine was. And I went out there to take a shower. I don't know where Maya was, because she wasn't in my room and I didn't see her. But I don't think I got 3 feet away from my door, heading down the pathway, and she's yelling and hollering at me, and she's got that SOI and dog tags in her hand. And I'm not sure, because my Vietnamese isn't that good, but I don't think she was calling me good names. Mm-hmm. And she told me this was very bad, and I know do, and I take this, and she was serious about it. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the people were often caught between a rock and a hard place in a lot of cases, but it certainly seemed like she was making a point of doing things that actually helped you. Now,